It's your boy Guru in the house, back with another bang on video. Well, ladies and gentlemen, more news for you guys. Yes, more Arsenal news, more transfer news, and of course, if you all, of course, you've seen a thumbnail, yeah, and of course, you can see the text below. Gabriel Varane to Arsenal is now looking also likely. Arsenal are looking in the direction of, in Brazil to get another Brazilian through the ranks of other clubs. The brilliant talent from Brazil is being eyed by Arsenal again. More importantly, Arsenal have a game to win tonight against Burnley. So without any further ado, let's jump into it. And yes, let's do it. Let's do it. So if you guys feel the same, you can join my live 7:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. And tomorrow, most probably, I think we will be having a live on about your Europa League contest. Yeah. So without any further ado, let's jump into the news that we've got here. So the injury update is out. Yes, the injury update. Let's talk about it. So David Luiz's head. He sustained a deep laceration to the head during Wolves at home. And due to significant impact, David has continued to be closely monitored for a concussion and has followed all protocols. David is now back in training and his fitness will continue to be assessed ahead of Sunday's game. David has been in contact with Raul Jimenez and we're all delighted to see the pictures of Raul visiting his teammates at the Wolves training center last week. The best wishes of David and everyone at the club continue to be with Raul and his family. So right now, I think David is going to take some more time. He's back in training and his fitness will continue. So I think he may miss the Sunday's game. Next, Gabriel Martinelli, left knee sustained injury during training on June 21st. Gabi successfully played 45 minutes for the under-21s in the EFL Trophy. He has recovered well from the match and is now in full training. So if Gabriel Martinelli is in full training, could be that he could be another substitute that Mikel Arteta might consider for the Burnley game. Next, Thomas Partey, left thigh, sustained a strain to the left thigh during Tottenham Hotspur game. This is the same area of the thigh as the initial strain which Thomas sustained against Aston Villa. Thomas will be unavailable for forthcoming matches and is working hard with our medical team in order to return to training as soon as possible. So I am expecting Thomas to be coming up during January. However, Nicolas Pepe says suspended, serving the last of the 3-match suspension. So Nicolas Pepe's last game that he will miss because of the beautiful headbutt that he posted on Alioski. Moving on, well, Mikel Arteta has offered a glimmer of hope every Arsenal fan can be happy about. Mikel Arteta gives the hope for Mesut Ozil to play for Arsenal again. Now, big question. He was actually asked in the pre-match conference about the Burnley game on Sunday. So he was asked about whether could we see a glimpse of Mesut Ozil. So Arteta refused to rule out the prospect of Ozil's return. He says he's not in the squad right now. I'm focusing just on the players we have here. But whatever happens in January, we have some time to decide. You have two ways to see a football team. You get everybody to do the same intensity of work, the same defensive work, or you find a compromise. You have a more creative player in the team who can do less defensive work, but you build a team around him who can compensate for these deficiencies. This is what you have to think about. Well, the big question is, when the manager does not answer a straightforward question in a straightforward way. So, so you can all hope that Mesut can play for Arsenal in January, but the odds of him leaving Arsenal in January has really, the stacks are huge and the odds have increased for him to leave Arsenal. Let's see. Well, moving on. Well, according to QN Lanazio, Arsenal are one of the clubs interested in signing Palmeiras forward Gabriel Varane. Of course, not only Arsenal, but a lot of other clubs are also interested in signing him. The 18-year-old has scored 10 goals and got 4 assists in 29 games for the Brazilian club Palmeiras and has also attracted interest from Manchester United, Fiorentina and Forza Juve. Juventus are also keeping an eye on Gabriel Varane. Let's see. Do I believe this source? Not completely, but it's good to hear that we are again linked with Gabriel Varane. Yeah, we were linked with him in January again. We are linked with him in a January window, so that's cool. That's pretty cool. But moving on, well, UEFA Europa League put up a poll between Mason Greenwood and Gabriel Martinelli. So just the names of them. So 31,564 votes with 31,564 people have voted for it, and Gabriel Martinelli wins that. Yes, Gabriel Martinelli has got 56% votes, man. That's next level. I mean, that's really next level. I would love it. I really do. That's unbelievable, isn't it? 56% for Gabriel Martinelli, and he beats Mason Greenwood. However, let's talk about Arsene Wenger has opened up about the Paul Pogba situation. He says, I believe you have to explain to a player that no matter what his future plan is, his interest and his job is to perform at the present club. It's the best way to prepare your future to play well in the present. Well, Papa Wenger strikes again. He does every time, doesn't he? But moving on, well, Arsenal's FA Cup final victory against Chelsea in August was the ninth most talked about sporting event on social media in 2020. The most discussed sports teams worldwide: LA Lakers won, second were United, third were Barcelona, fourth were Dodgers, fifth were Real Madrid, Liverpool, Flamenco, Arsenal, Chelsea, and PSG. These are the 10 teams and these are the 10 events. The most discussed sporting games worldwide: number one, NFL Super Bowl live, and then it was UEFA Champions League final, UEFA Champions League quarterfinals, FCB versus Bayern, NBA Finals 6, UEFA Champions League quarterfinals. Okay, yeah, PSG's game. All right. And next was EPL Manchester United versus Tottenham, UEFA Champions League semi-finals, and NBA Finals Game 8, 5. And number 9th was FA Cup Final versus Arsenal versus Chelsea, was the ninth most discussed sports game topic worldwide on Twitter. That is kind of cool, isn't it? But moving on, well, former Liverpool defender Mark Lawrenson believes Arsenal will beat Burnley 2-0. He says, since Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang signed his new contract, his form has been indifferent. Although you could say that he has been stuck out on the left wing rather than playing as a centre forward. So what are people expecting from him? I would still back Arsenal to beat Burnley, but what Arteta really needs is a good performance from his team too. Some of them are coasting at the moment and they are not earning their corn. That is not something you could ever accuse any Burnley players of. They are in the bottom three at the moment, but I'm expecting them to gradually climb away from trouble, partly because of their willingness to scrap. Can Arsenal players do that? We will find out tonight. But also, of course, there's a watch along, so do join in on the watch along. But former Arsenal keeper Peter Cech has released a Christmas single with Wycombe boss Gareth Ainsworth for charity. The pair have joined forces for the catchy song Drawing Straws, with the ex-Premier League goalie on drums and rock and roll loving Ainsworth on vocals. Now that's really cool, isn't it? But moving on, let's talk about Pablo Zabaleta. Now Zabaleta has opened up about Mikel Arteta. Pablo Zabaleta says, for me it is pivotal that Mikel is at the club as their manager. I believe in him and I just think the club needs to back him. Sometimes it takes time for a new manager to implement his ideas and to get the players to buy into what he's trying to do. But you don't always get that time in football, and you have to win. You have to find a way to get results at any cost. If you're not getting results, you see managers getting sacked. It's not only for Mikel, it's across every team in every division. If you look on social media, after Arsenal lose 2 or 3 games, their fans want their manager out. But who do you bring in? It is very difficult. Fans don't have patience. They want to see their team winning every weekend. But to Arsenal fans, I would say this: Arteta is the right man. It's just a matter of time, and hopefully in January the board can give him some money to bring in 2 or 3 top names. Like that's going to happen. We're just believing it. Moving on, well, Arteta has opened up about Burnley. He says Burnley are a really organized team. They are a constant threat because they are really direct, but they play that game really well. They manage their first, second and third phases really well. They are always ready to fight and make it difficult for you. So let me give you guys a glimpse of the training pictures for Arsenal versus Burnley. Arsenal's training pictures. Pablo Mari back in full training and is performing really well after the injury sustained against Manchester City. You could see Ceballos, Elneny and Hector Bellerin in the background, and you could see Aubameyang and Lacazette back in training. They're ready for the game. And is Folarin Balogun, now I expect him to actually be on the bench for Arsenal for some reason, but I don't know if he's going to be there or not. But also there's one more person that I would want to see on the bench is Gabriel Martinelli. Yes, it looks like that he might, but I just don't want to, jinx it. So Gabriel Martinelli, Mesut Ozil and Pablo Mari in the image, and you can see Ainsley, Maitland-Niles alongside Bukayo Saka, and then it's Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang with Alex Lacazette and Kieran Tierney alongside Gabriel Martinelli. So yes, the teams have trained and they might arrive tonight, and of course we have a watch along tonight, 15 minutes prior to the kickoff time. Do join in on the watch along. I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. Daily Arsenal stuff, of course, coming on this channel, and of course, 7:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, we are going to have a live where we are actually going to discuss more transfer news about Arsenal, and of course, the predicted 11 for Arsenal versus Burnley game. If you guys can send me your predicted lineup as soon as you can on my Instagram and Twitter, the links of which are in the description box. Cheers.